Hello, it's Gavin again from Lucid Computer Solutions. So today I have a laptop review video for you, and we will be specifically reviewing the Asus Vivobook 14, and it is model number M413DA. Very pleasant model number once again there, but yeah, basically it's a 14-inch Asus Vivobook. So should we go ahead and have a little look at it? So this is the laptop in question here. This very nice looking, in my opinion, 14-inch Windows laptop. So let's just cover a few things regarding the chassis itself. Now, first of all, this plastic here, normally on a budget laptop, which is what this laptop is, and we'll get to the price, the plastics aren't very good normally. They're not very nice to touch, and you picks up on all the dirt and grease off your fingers, and you can see the smear marks. This, whatever they've used, is amazing. It's lovely and smooth to touch, and look, I've got very clean hands at the moment for obvious reasons, but I love the feel of it. It's super smooth on the touch, and it's not picking up on any of the dirt and grease in my fingers at all. The plastic they've used is brilliant, honestly brilliant. So full marks to Asus for that. Yeah, the chassis itself, 14-inch. We get a full-size keyboard, which is not cramped in any way, shape, or form. I love the little touch of the yellow enter key as well. I think that's a really nice, funky, cool touch. Touchpad itself is a decent size, good to use. I've been playing around with that this morning. Really good to use, no problems there whatsoever. The screen itself is nice, it's sharp, it's bright, given the price of the laptop, of course. Really, really good. So the overall specification of this Vivobook, let's just touch on that before we look at the rest of the build here. So it's running a Ryzen 3 processor, specifically that's the 3250U. So it's a dual core Ryzen 3 processor, which is a decent processor. Yes, it's a bit of a budget processor, it has 2 cores, but at this price point, perfectly fine, decent processor. It has 4 gig of RAM, which is probably the biggest weakness of this laptop. Ideally, you'd like 8, but given the price, which we'll get to, acceptable. So 4 gig of RAM. Unfortunately, it's not upgradable because it's soldered onto the board. There isn't a slot for you to upgrade, so it is 4 gig of RAM. That's just how it is. Hard drive wise, it's a 256 gigabyte SSD. It's an NVMe SSD, so ultra super fast, great. 256 is a decent amount of storage for most home users these days, which is what this laptop's aimed at, by the way. This isn't aimed at businesses, this is for home users. So that is kind of plenty of storage, because most people have some kind of cloud storage. That could be Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, whatever it may be. So local storage isn't such a big deal these days most of the time. But if it is, bear in mind, 256 gigabyte SSD in this. Like I said, 14-inch screen. Screen itself is really good, really bright, really sharp for the price. It's all in context. The keyboard, I've been using this morning. Really, really good, really easy to type on. I'm a touch typist myself. Keyboards are very important to me, but I got on really well with this keyboard. No problem, whatsoever really. I could happily use this. Weight-wise, what have we got? It's a 14-inch laptop, so it comes in, this one, at 1.4 kilograms. So not ultra lightweight, but not heavy at all. Not heavy at all. I mean, perfectly acceptable. You could chuck this in your laptop bag, carry it around with you. You'd hardly notice it. It's absolutely fine. Battery life on this one, super. Again, bear in mind the price. 6 to 10 hours. It's truly remarkable at this price point to have that quality and have 6 to 10 hours. I'm saying 6 to 10 hours because I always judge things in the real world. I'm sure if you look up the exact fact and figures on the data sheet for this laptop, it will give you something exact. I know it will last up to 10 hours if you do clever power management and you're not pushing it hard. But then I also know if you're working away on it and pushing it quite hard, maybe watching some YouTube videos, for example, like this, it's more like 6 hours. So it's 6 to 10 hours, basically. That's the simplest thing I can say on that. It's running Windows 10 and it's Home Edition, so it's not Pro. This laptop is not for businesses. I know I've said it a couple of times, but just to stress, what we're talking about here is a laptop for home use, student use, that kind of thing. So Windows 10 Home, which is fine. On the port side of stuff, what do we have? So on this side, I have 2 USB ports and I have a mini SD card slot. And round the other side, I have my HDMI port. I've got my USB port. I've got USB Type-C, which is really, really handy to have. And we also have an audio jack there for the laptop. So lots of connectivity, the ability to obviously plug in external mouse, keyboard, monitor is brilliant. So let's talk about the price of this. So this is aimed at home users and it's a budget laptop. And this comes in at £340. Well, around about that at the time of making this video. So disclaimer there. But yeah, around about £340. I think, from my memory, this is the cheapest laptop I've reviewed on this YouTube channel. I'm fairly sure it is, because it tends to be all business laptops, which I normally look at, but this has come my way today. Anyway, £340 is incredibly good value. It is truly amazing value. If you need a laptop for home or a laptop for university or college or school, for £340, in my humble opinion, you aren't going to get anything much better than this for that money. The closest thing I could think of when I was putting this video together, I was just having to think about the closest thing. And like I said, it is normally business laptops we review. The closest one is a Lenovo laptop I reviewed for about £400. I would much rather have this. No two ways about it. And that's £60 more. This is much better than that budget Lenovo laptop I reviewed for £400. This, hands down. As ever, on these reviews, I always ask the question, or pretend I'm being asked the question, would I use this laptop? Would I have it? So again, the scenario would be this would be my home laptop. Would I be pleased about that? Yes. Yeah, it would be fine. For what I do at home, generally sat on the sofa doing a bit of web surfing, I occasionally do a little bit of work from home. This would be fine. In fact, it'd be better than fine. It'd be really, really good. One thing I just realised I forgot to mention, it also has built-in webcam as well. So obviously for your Skype and your Zoom and your Teams and all the rest of it, great for that as well. So I would definitely use this at home, no problem at all. I think it's really, really good. And I think what Asus have done there for £340, I can't think of anything off the top of my head which would beat that in terms of value, in terms of £340. Doesn't mean there isn't anything out there, of course, and feel free to comment on the video and let me know, but nothing springs to mind for me. For £340, like if somebody comes to me now and says, hi, I'm looking for a laptop for home, I've only got 350 quid, which is a general kind of budget for a lot of people at home, I'll be like, that every single time. No, there's just nothing else to think about. It's great. So overall, super laptop, the Asus Vivobook 14, the M413DA, is for home use, amazing value. Go and buy it. So I think that's about it for today. I'm going to wrap this up. If this video has been useful, if you've enjoyed it, please do give me the thumbs up, smash the like button for me. Really helps grow the channel. Feel free to comment on the video. Perhaps you do know of a better value laptop for home, which is £340 or less. Please feel free to comment. I do genuinely check and read and get back to all the comments myself. Please do subscribe to the channel. We're releasing new content all the time. And likewise, use the comments, the links below to connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter. So that's me, Gavin from Lucid Computer Solutions. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.